Hey, what up, Queen City? Appreciate you guys being here. I understand we had no sound on the intro, but I had to pull it up a different way tonight. The file is too large for StreamYard, and for whatever reason, didn't give me an option to apply sound. So my bad on that one, but hopefully you got to see some smiling faces and some hook sets. We're going to get straight away into it tonight. Have a couple special guests backstage. It is a big weekend. We are hitting Lake Norman for our third main event of the 2024 season. And on top of that, we are hosting our fifth annual co-host with the Hobie Bass Open Series. So I'm going to bring in the man himself, Mr. AJ McWhorter, tournament director of the Hobie Bass Open Series. And we're going to spend a couple minutes with him. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. I'm excited for the weekend.
Yeah, man. It's always exciting to get out here to the Carolinas. We have had an awesome run together. We just appreciate all the support in the Carolinas, both from these amazing lakes and fisheries, but also the anglers that show out for these events, man. It's always a good stop on the Hobie BOS trail.
You know, we spoke earlier in the week. We were looking at numbers, and to see you crack the triple digits late in the week was pretty cool. So I'm excited that you're over 100 here on Lake Norman. And I'm going to knock on wood when I say what I'm about to say. So let me knock on this wooden table here. But this is the first time we haven't had some like crisis happen around us. I know. I had to say it. I feel like we're close enough. We literally started the pandemic on Lake Norman 4 years ago. Then we ran out of gas on Hartwell. Then we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds on Santee Cooper. We're making history here. I'm excited for the weekend. We are having a little cold front, but that's pretty standard for Queen City anyway.
Little cold front, little wind. Little wind feels kind of heavy on a big lake. I know it was ripping out there today.
Yeah.
For those that were out there, they felt it. But that's part of it in the spring. And, I think it's going to make for some exciting opportunities on the water this weekend.
So what I think is cool about the time of the year that we're hitting the lake is these fish that have already moved up and they're doing their thing. This little cold front should not move them very much, in my opinion. I think they're where they're going to be for the next month or so. And we are, as fishermen, are going to feel the cold more than the fish are, in my opinion. And Norman is like a baby Hartwell. It's got plenty of creeks and cuts and coves where you can get away from the wind. So I really am expecting some tremendous bags. I had some rumors of 80 inches on the Queen City side being caught this week in 4. So on your side that you're looking at, 97 to 100 inches maybe on day one. Who knows? We'll see,
Well, so for those, I know you're talking to a lot of your anglers, but for any national folks that are watching, when you say those totals, are you thinking that those are mostly the spots, or are we finding some largemouth?
I'm guessing there's some largemouth mixed in.
Okay.
This lake, obviously, you all know, is full of spotted bass. But if you know where to go look for largemouth, and not necessarily just on Norman, just in general, what largemouth do, there are plenty of 5-pound largemouth in this lake. It gets a bad rap for Clearwater Spotted Bass Lake, and it's true, right? There are some massive spotted bass in this lake. I had a 4.5-pounder come across my phone from night fishing last night. So there are tremendous spotted bass in here. There are big old fat spawning largemouth in here. And I think the winner will have a mixed bag. I will say that. I do believe the top handful of guys in both sides of this event will have a mixed bag.
Yeah, that definitely, dictates some strategy. And, obviously they can be in the same areas doing similar things, but, they might not be in some places as well. So, it's exciting. I know I've already given my judge a heads up. I was like, hey, it's going to be banging this weekend. So,
I hired a judge for this one.
yeah. I was like, we're going to be looking at a lot of 1/2-inch and 1-inch coals. And that's exciting for the anglers. And I think that was the big thing for us coming back here. So many great fisheries that love to work with both of us that we visit frequently, but coming back here, the memories on the water were of awesome fishing. There were some good largemouth caught. There was a ton of spots caught. People that had never been here before nationally were like, man, Norman was fun. And they've asked to come back, and we brought it back to Mooresville. So big shout out to the community of Mooresville for wanting to bring us back into the community. I hope all the anglers that are from out of town are able to, or even the anglers from, the Carolinas that are here this weekend can enjoy some of the good food around the area, and are enjoying the great hospitality and lodging here, because this is a big area, but this is a lake community. So definitely enjoy that feeling and that vibe. And I've already run into a bunch of NC State fans this week, and I think there's going to be a lot of excitement around the town on Saturday. Both from the anglers fishing one day, but also the community that's in the state that's excited about some basketball.
I agree with everything you said. Norman is not that big name to where like you hear Gunnersville or Santee Cooper, right? Where it's like, oh, I'm going to go catch a 10-pounder in the grass. But then you're out here and you're fishing and you realize like, damn, I'm having a good time. I'm catching a lot of fish. Every now and then a 20-incher comes up. Like, you have a really good time when you're out on the water. And I'm looking forward to seeing 100 plus. We're probably going to end up looking at 170 to 200 unique anglers this weekend. I haven't ran the numbers back and forth just yet, but we're still open. The Queen City side is still open until tomorrow night at 10 p.m. I know you guys are locked at 102, but I'm hoping some of your guys jump over to my side, and I'm hoping my 38% of Friday signups jump in tomorrow morning, and we'll end up a little bit over 100 as well. So looking forward to it all, man.
Awesome, man. Well, it's great to be here. Always appreciate working with you and your team, and getting to see all the anglers in this area. This is the 4th event of this season, but if anybody's wanting to get down on some Hobie events later this year, we've got 4 more awesome events, scattered around the country, and just, the TOCs on Santee Cooper this year. So I'm sure we'll see at least one, maybe more local anglers qualify. We'll qualify 3 anglers this event for the TOC, and get some points for some others that have already been showing out in some of the events that they've traveled to. So Queen City always represents both nationally and locally, and we look forward to seeing how everything shakes out this weekend.
I appreciate you jumping on. I will see you at Brawley Middle School tomorrow at 3:00. We'll get that gym set up, and we'll have a good evening.
Awesome, man. Thanks for all you do, and I look forward to seeing everybody this weekend.
Later, AJ.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. So, like you guys heard me say, AJ and I will be up at the venue tomorrow evening. Obviously, Hobie Bass Open Series has a mandated captain's meeting where you guys will get your boards checked, you get your identifier. Most of us have been through this process, but I will be up there as well, setting up the Queen City table, the banner. I'll have some merch to sell. I'll have catch boards if anybody's in need of a board. I'll have some kayak cushions, some cups, all that good stuff. So come hang out. I am not doing food tomorrow night, but I am doing food Saturday night for the guys coming back for the Queen City weigh-in. So for those of you who are tuning in or going to catch this later on your drive, Queen City is just a one-day event, and it is a 4-fish limit. So when you double dip, all of the rules will carry over from the Hobie Bass Open Series, all the timing, all the IDs, all that stuff, except the fact that we are 1 day and we are 4 fish. So keep that in mind as you submit through Tourney X. I do have another special guest here with me, Mr. Michael Hobson, the owner of Custom Tackle Supply. He is one of the only people I think that has a busier schedule than me, which is a lot to say. So we've actually not been able to hook up in the numerous years that he's been supporting Queen City, but he is a tremendous sponsor here for the club. You guys have a constant discount at the shop. He is the best shop on Lake Norman, and he actually is here tonight, which is huge. So Mike, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Glad to be here. Like you said, haven't been able to make it, and finally glad to be able to get on one of these with you. So thank you.
Excited
yeah,
to see you
for
here.
sure.
Yeah. I know your schedule is crazy. You travel a lot with your full-time job. You have a second full-time job in owning a business.
Yes.
I understand 100%, but man, taking 5 minutes to come hang out with us is great. So, I know you're open tomorrow. We were talking a little bit backstage. Hopefully you're going to get an influx of anglers into the city tomorrow in Mooresville. You're right there in Denver. So hoping you guys, hope you got your shelves lined up with some stuff and some guys come through and buy some tackle.
We've got a pretty good stock of stuff. Obviously there's some few items that have been pretty popular this winter that they're hard to get a hold of, but we do have a good supply of stuff. We're typically open from 9 to 6 on Fridays. We're going to go ahead and open up at 7. So we'll be open a little bit earlier. Sorry, we're not open more. I know we have a lot of supporters from the Queen City side that always come in and see us. We're working towards getting open more. It's just my wife and I. We started this about 4 years ago in the garage. So we've come a long ways from that and want to continue to grow and be able to provide for you guys.
That's awesome.
Like I said, y'all are always a huge supporter of ours. Look forward to seeing some new faces from the national side. If we don't have what you want, we can order it. And we do have a website. So when you go back home, don't forget about us. Get online. Queen City QC KBF 10 is the code.
Yep.
So we'll take care of you guys.
So about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, I did it early enough. I shared your website. I shared the code on the national page. Okay. So those guys could order and get their stuff before they came into town. Hopefully Some people did that. Something you may not know is anglers have to be off the water tomorrow by 4 p.m. on the Hobie side. So you may see an influx of anglers between 4 and 6 p.m. So in theory, right? That's what we're hoping.
Yeah, for sure. And something I know a lot of the Queen City guys know, if you're running late, shoot us a message, Instagram, Facebook, get on our website. If you send a message, my wife and I will get it. We'll stay open a little bit late. We'll wait on you. We'll accommodate best we can to help everybody out.
Awesome.
That's kind of what we do. If we're not, like when we're not open on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, shoot us a message if you need something for the week. You want to meet over there, we'll meet over because we go over and fill online orders a lot.
Appreciate that, man. That's awesome. That's real hometown stuff right there.
Thank you.
For the guys who don't know exactly where you're located, you're right above the Beatty's Ford ramp. So you there will be a ton of guys obviously fishing that area of the lake this weekend. So they'll be going to and from. And what are your hours on Saturday as they get off the water?
Saturday 7 to 4. But again, like I said, if you're running behind, shoot us a message. We'll accommodate best we can.
I'm sure somebody's going to break off their favorite something on Saturday and need
no doubt. No doubt. For the anglers fishing out of Blythe or Beatty's Ford tomorrow, we're really close proximity to you. So we got a good supply, everything from shaky heads, finesse baits to glide baits and swim baits, and they're eating them right now. So better get them.
Say what again now? They're doing what now?
They're eating them. They're eating them right now. So stop eating them.
Hey, he's also not far from Stumpy, guys. Not Stumpy, Little Creek. So,
Little Creek, yep.
He's got you got 3 access points, pretty good access points coming from a homer here, within range of the shop. So definitely pop in there and grab what you need, and win yourself some money this weekend. So it's looking. Do you know of any other boat events going on the water that we need to know about? I know there's the charity going out of.
There's the Shining Hope going out
of Pinnacle.
Out of Pinnacle. That's going to be a pretty big one, I'd say. Probably 100, 150 boats, maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of that. And then maybe a few club tournaments. But that's the big one that I know of. So
yeah, and I spoke to the director, and he just had no other option. So unfortunately, he left it there. So it is what it is. Everybody's just got to be careful, and hopefully, most of these fish are on the bank, and we're fishing up shallow anyway.
Yeah, no doubt. The lake's big enough. I mean, and everybody's got to be careful for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, man, I don't want to hold you too long. I see. Are you still at work, or are you in your garage right now? You're in your garage.
Actually, getting ready to tie some jigs. So that's my 3rd full-time job.
Oh my goodness, you're worse than me, man.
Yeah, keep busy.
Well, you're not around this weekend, correct?
I am not. Okay. I'll be out of town Saturday and Sunday yet. So
okay, cool. Well, we'll have to hook up here soon, and we're back on Norman in October. It's actually going to be the same venue at the Brawley Middle School in October. So maybe we can get you set up out there with a table and a booth and all that stuff.
We'll try to get a booth set up and get out there and see some more of you guys.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for being here tonight, and hope you make some money tomorrow.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Good luck, everybody.
Later. Awesome stuff. Really glad he was able to jump on with us tonight. He's been a hard man to get a hold of here over the last couple of years, but is a constant supporter of you all. You know, you guys going in there with your Queen City hats and your hoodies and using the code online. So I appreciate you guys supporting who supports us. You guys know we say that a lot here at Queen City. But this event is also sponsored by Todd Sides. You know, he is our local realtor. He was going to attempt to make it on tonight, but he was at a soccer practice. So he was going to try to do it from the field. He's not backstage, so it's okay. We're going to let him hang out with his son, and hopefully we see him either tomorrow night or Saturday night at the venue. But I did want to just go through the typical captain's meeting stuff. This one is a little funky because this is a co-host, and we modify some rules to fall in line closer with the Hobie Bass Open Series. So we did add 2 ramps today. I did post about those. We got the Inland Sea Marina and we have the Mountain Creek Marina. Queen City usually does not add ramps this close to an event, but because we are co-hosting and we do have a lot of guys that are going to be fishing both sides, obviously we felt it was the right thing to do. So there are 2 new ramps opened up, and we did modify some of our rules for 2024 to fall back in line with the Hobie Bass Open Series. And I posted about these the other day. So if you are fishing the Hobie Bass Open Series event and double dip in Queen City, you can use your Hobie identifier. It'll be a laminated card. It'll have a picture on it and a printed 3-digit code, usually 3-digit code. You may use that for Queen City and Hobie Bass Open Series. They do allow the plastic and or carbonate board from Catch. So we will allow that this event only. And they are a 1/2 inch penalty for an open mouth. We are a 1/4 inch. But since guys will be dual submitting, we are going to go back up to a 1/2 inch this year, this event, to match with them. Everything else is pretty much identical. We don't adopt the communication rules because it's just not feasible to do on a local scale. So that's not in play for us if you are on the Queen City side. But times, I'm going to go through them. They're all the same. Let me start by saying this. I am not your judge to Saturday. Real Tournament Management is judging. These are the same people who have judged the Native Watercraft Series, the same people who judge your Lake Hartwell event. So it's the same company that I continue to hire to work with Queen City. So they will be judging your fish, which means I am your director. I will be the one messaging you about penalties. I will be the one messaging you about any issues with your fish, your pictures, stuff like that. So you will hear from me, but I am not the one sitting behind the screen judging. All that being said, if you get in the small bass, please submit it to me, either through my phone number, which is posted on everything you'll need and will be in your email tomorrow night, or Facebook Messenger is the easiest way. For those watching who are not Queen City anglers, your small bass does not need to be in your limit. It can be a bonus fish, and it is measured just like a regular fish is measured. So our times are lined up with AJ and BOS. So we are going to launch at 6 o'clock with a 30-minute pedal time. So first cast will be at 6:30. This is a big one right here. Lines out / last picture needs to be by 3 o'clock and 59 seconds. Okay. Usually it's 2:59 and 59 seconds. Well, you get an extra 60 seconds with the BOS. So 3 o'clock and 59 seconds. And your submission deadline is actually cut in half for this event. So you only have 30 minutes to submit your fish, which is 3:30 and 59 seconds. So keep an eye on those changes. They've been posted, they've been put in the Turning X event, and they've been put in the Facebook event. So nothing here should be a surprise at this point. I do have Domino's Pizza and Pepsi products on hand / ordered for Saturday evening, and we will start the ceremony around 4:15 p.m. So you're off the water at 3. It gives you an hour and 15 minutes to get back to the Brawley Middle School gym. And we'd love to see you back. Come hang out and eat. I'll have all the hardware laid out for you all. And we'll have a good time. This is a main event for Queen City. So I am going to be putting at least $1,200 in the purse. That does include a free $300 Big Bass prize. I am considering throwing out a challenge tomorrow to see if we can bump up first place to $2,000. But we will see how that goes in the morning. Other than that, everything else is pretty normal. The address is posted within Tourney X, also within the Facebook event, but it is 132 Swift Arrow Drive, Mooresville, North Carolina. Great location, close to the lake, close to a lot of different access points. So perfect location. We are in a gymnasium. The bleachers are open already, and AJ and I will set up the room tomorrow. So if you have not signed up, please get signed up. We're sitting at about 70 right now on the Queen City side, 102 on the BOS side. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. I'm not going to stay on here much longer. It doesn't look like Todd's going to make it, and that's okay. It was great to see AJ and Mike, but if you have anything you need answered, let me know. I've been fielding questions about IDs and ramps and all that kind of stuff all week, so hopefully everybody's feeling pretty confident. It looked like on quick glance we had about 30 or so Queen City members jump in the BOS side. Probably more, but I just did a quick glance. Ryan will run the numbers after the event. But appreciate you guys taking advantage of a national series coming to your town. For most of you, to your hometown. You know, Lake Norman is home to a lot of our Queen City anglers. If you are on just the Queen City side, your team division is still available. The elite side pod is still available, all that stuff. This is only event 3 of the main series, so you still can jump in the team division without getting hurt, without feeling like you lost out. So keep that in mind. I don't see any questions coming through. So I would just like to give one more thank you to Todd Sides. Obviously, Tu Yang is our South Carolina realtor. Shouting out Todd again there. Huge shout out to Custom Tackle Supply. Huge shout out to Visit Mooresville. Huge shout out to Native Watercraft for supporting everything we do here. And huge shout out to you all who continue to fish Queen City and anything we do outside of our little town here. But hope you all have a great night. Shoot me a text if you need me, and we'll talk to you soon. Later, guys.